Okay, so we're diving into this whole 30-day self-love challenge thing.
Yeah.
And honestly, I gotta say, I'm a little skeptical. I mean, don't get me wrong. Who doesn't want to feel better about
All
themselves?
right.
But 30 days? That just doesn't seem like a lot of time to really make a difference
Right.
when it comes to something as, I don't know, deep as self-love.
Yeah, I hear you. It's a good question to start with, right? Like, is a month enough?
Yeah.
And it's funny you mention that because 30 days is actually a pretty common time frame for, like behavior change programs. It's kind of that sweet spot, long enough to hopefully build a new habit, but not so long that people just completely lose steam.
Right, right.
But I think like you're getting at self-love, it's a lot more nuanced than just, say, trying to drink more water every day or something like that.
Exactly. And the snippet that you sent over, it talks about making these challenges outrageous and sharing them with humor. And I have to admit, I'm having a little bit of trouble wrapping my head around that. It sounds a little bit more like a prank show than, a journey to self-discovery.
Yeah, I see what you mean. Okay, think about it this way. Humor. Humor can be really, really powerful, right? When we're able to laugh at ourselves, especially when we're trying something new or feeling a little bit vulnerable, it kind of takes the pressure off.
Okay.
And that can be really, really crucial when we're talking about self-growth because, real growth often happens outside of our comfort zones, right? So these outrageous challenges that we're talking about, maybe they're a little bit scary, a little bit out there.
Yeah.
But they might be just the push that we need to kind of break out of those ruts.
Okay, so say you're terrified to sing karaoke.
Yeah.
But you make yourself do it as part of this 30-day challenge, and maybe you end up laughing at yourself because you're a terrible singer. Could that actually be like a win for self-love?
Absolutely. Yeah, 100%. Because you're putting yourself out there, you're being vulnerable, you're challenging your own preconceived notions about yourself. And hey, maybe you'll even discover a hidden talent for off-key ballads along the way. Who knows?
Right.
But I think the real point here is you're pushing past that initial fear, that hesitation. You're proving to yourself that you can do things that make you uncomfortable, and that's huge.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense. But I think there's still this question of, for the person who's listening right now and thinking, ugh, another self-help gimmick.
Yeah.
What's the real value here? Especially because we don't even know the specifics of these outrageous challenges yet.
Totally. I think it really boils down to two things, and you kind of touched on it earlier. Structure and novelty. So even if some of these tasks on their face seem kind of silly or weird, right?
Yeah.
The fact that you're committing to this daily practice, right?
Yeah.
For 30 days, you're setting this time frame. Exactly. That creates momentum. It's like, I always think about it like setting a workout schedule, right? You're not necessarily going to be super psyched about every single exercise every time you go to the gym.
Oh, tell me about it.
But it's the showing up consistently, right? That's how you get stronger over time. And with this, it's like you're doing that for your, like you said, your self-love muscles.
I love that. It's like you're disrupting your routine, and that disruption itself, that could be the key to shifting how you see yourself.
Exactly, yeah. You're kind of shaking things up.
So we're building those self-love muscles, even if we don't love every single rep.
Exactly. And I think you bring up a really good point, too, which is that the outrageous part, it has to be personal. It shouldn't feel like, you're checking things off a generic list. If the challenges that you choose or that you come up with feel authentic to you, even if they seem a little wild to other people, I think that's when you're really going to stick with it,
Yeah. Well, this definitely has my wheels turning. I mean, this snippet has definitely sparked more questions than answers. But it leaves me wondering, for everyone listening, what's one outrageous, maybe even a little bit scary thing you could do today? Just for you. That would make you crack a smile.
Yeah.
Something that could potentially just shift your energy in a positive way. Don't overthink it.
Don't wait for permission. That little spark of what if, that's where the real challenge and the real self-discovery, that's where it all begins.
I love that.